Hi, so Games Workshop on the business front, on the shares side of things, have done something a little curious. They've basically posted some information saying that that the board remains aware that there are some uncertainties in the trading periods ahead for the rest of the 2018-19 financial year. But they're not really saying what they are. And, there's investor websites are looking at this and thinking this is hugely curious, because one thing investors really don't like is uncertainty. If I won the lottery, I would invest some money in Games Workshop because I'm interested in the company. But the majority of the investment comes from investment groups. You've got investment bankers who are trying to get the best return for their clients. They're not really bothered what the business is. What they're bothered about is it going to produce the best return? Now, if that becomes difficult to predict, then you don't really know if it's a good bet. And by saying that there are challenging times ahead, what you're doing is damping enthusiasm for the potential profits you're going to make. Okay, so we're now thinking, all right, we might not make as much as we otherwise would. But actually, the shares are doing really well at the moment. What sort of thing are we talking about? So, what are these difficulties that are coming ahead? Because there are any number of difficulties for a company like Games Workshop to go through. It's not going to be always making an even amount of profit, because there are certain times when it's bringing out a new game or a range of new models, or maybe new technology is being installed or something like that. Obviously, then investment costs go up if they need to hire a significant amount of more staff or get extra properties, for example, opening new stores or something like that. Again, investment costs go up. That's all understood. Over time, you sort of make it back. But by saying that there's difficulties ahead without specifying what they are, that could be anything from, there's some investment going on at the moment, therefore the profits won't be quite as high, but it's not going to be too bad. It'll be a little bit lower. To, we expect not only to have these costs going on, but we expect a significant dip in sales or for some other reason, or that our investment costs are a lot higher than we're sort of letting on. It could be any number of things, and it could mean that those investors are going to make a much smaller profit, in which case some investors may well feel that what they ought to do is take their money and buy shares where they can more easily calculate what the return is going to be, because their clients want to know how much money they're going to be getting. They don't want it to feel too much like gambling. It's always gambling to a little extent. And I can sort of draw parallels with this with another gaming system I'm very much into. It's World of Warcraft. Activision Blizzard, the company that does that, their share price has been plummeting very recently. Nothing to do with World of Warcraft, but it was, again, nonetheless caused by the fact that they were expected to be posting this year massive profits, and they had to revise those down. And the share price dropped out of all proportion to the reduction in the actual profit. And it was just caused by the fact you had these investors investing in the company who were expecting a certain dividend and didn't get it. And again, it's that uncertainty. It's now what you're talking about is a company that is not able to say with any degree of accuracy, no one's going to get it spot on, but with any degree of accuracy, what the profits are likely to be. And if you can't do that, then those investors are basically just gambling. And people who are investing professionally for lots of wealthy clients are not into gambles as such. They want a relatively safe bet. Yes, it may be a bit higher or a bit lower. And I just wonder why Games Workshop wouldn't say what the problem is. I mean, first of all, do they think it's something that would cause them more reputational damage by saying what it is? In other words, it's something really big. That would be worrying. That would be deeply worrying. Because they must surely know that it's going to make investors feel a bit uneasy, as it seems to be doing so looking at the reports that are coming out at the moment. So, I mean, they're only talking about till the end of this financial year, which has only got like 3.5 months left to go. Well, not even that, 2.5 months. But we'll just have to see from that. I strongly suspect what they're not talking about with these uncertainties is whether the next Age of Sigmar Battletome that comes out is the Slaanesh one or a decent Skaven one, which is what I'm hoping for both. I think the Slaanesh one is more believable because they've already talked about that a little bit. You know, so what could it be? Does anyone know what it could be? Ideas in the comments below. If you've got any more information on it, I'd love to know that too. Put those in the comments below. And yeah, I just thought I'd leave you with that news, something to ponder. And thanks for watching. And until next time, I'll see you later.